Let's be real, America is in a full-blown love affair with burgers. They're the holy grail of fast food, the guilty pleasure on every road trip, the late night I shouldn't craving, and the lunch break reward we pretend we earned. But here's the problem. Not all burgers are created equal. Some are mouth-watering towers of juicy perfection that make you close your eyes on the first bite. Others are sad little excuses for sandwiches that leave you with regret, a greasy napkin, and maybe a little heartburn as a souvenir. So today we're doing what needs to be done. We're ranking 13 of the most famous burger chains in the US from absolute worst to best. Not based on hype, not based on nostalgia. We're talking real flavor, value, consistency, and that kind of bite that makes you pause mid-chew and say, oh yeah, that's a burger. This isn't just a list, this is a full-blown burger beatdown. So grab a napkin, because this could get messy. And quick favor. Before we start, if you love brutally honest food rankings, hit subscribe to Frugal Finds for You right now, because we don't let mediocre meals slide around here. Number 13, Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box used to be the go-to spot for weird, wonderful late-night cravings. Egg rolls with your burger? Sure. Tacos at 3 a.m.? Why not? Curly fries, mini churros, mystery menu chaos? It felt like a fast food fever dream, and honestly, sometimes that's exactly what you wanted. But in 2025, all the gimmicks in the world can't hide the truth. The burgers just aren't hitting anymore. Prices have climbed and climbed fast, but the quality has done the opposite. Customers have been calling it out everywhere. Dry patties, soggy buns, cheese that looks like it gave up before it melted. Toppings that taste like they were assembled by someone who mentally clocked out halfway through. Once upon a time, the Jumbo Jack was a budget-friendly classic. Now it feels like disappointment in a wrapper. Even die-hard fans are jumping ship. The chain still works at 2 a.m. I need something, anything. Stop after a night out. But if you're sober and genuinely hungry for a good burger, keep driving. Your taste buds deserve better. Number 12, Burger King. The king has fallen, and it fell hard. Burger King still talks a big game with the iconic Whopper and the whole flame-grilled marketing flex. And listen, that smoky flame-broiled flavor still has potential. When it's right, it can be really satisfying. But let's not kid ourselves. Ordering Burger King today is like spinning a wheel. Will you get a decent Whopper, hot and stacked and flavorful? Or will you get a flat, lukewarm mess that looks nothing like the commercial and tastes like it took a nap in the warming bin? People have caught on. Complaints about shrinkflation, sloppy builds, and inconsistent quality are everywhere. And yes, there have even been headlines and lawsuits around how different the burgers can look compared to the ads. The once proud home of Have It Your Way too often feels like the land of limp lettuce and quiet disappointment. The real tragedy is that the flame-grilled vibe could be a strength. But until BK locks in consistency and stops serving burgers that feel like a coin flip, it's going to keep sliding further into burger irrelevance. Number 11, White Castle. White Castle is a legend, but legends age and this one isn't aging gracefully. The sliders are iconic. Steamed over onions, bite-sized, cheap. The smell alone can teleport people back to old memories in a second, but they're also hit or miss depending on the day and the location. When they're good, they're nostalgic heaven. Soft bun, onion steam, that salty little punch, and suddenly you're like, okay, I get it. When they're not? Let's just say your stomach may start plotting revenge like it's writing a diss track. This is a burger experience built on novelty and memories, not necessarily quality. You go for the fun, the history, the late-night vibes, the Harold and Kumar energy. But if we're talking best-tasting burger chains in 2025, White Castle is firmly in the lower tier. Number 10, McDonald's, the Golden Arches, the Big Mac. The fries that somehow always hit. McDonald's is the undisputed champion of fast food branding. They could sell you a paper bag and you'd feel nostalgic about it. But when it comes to burgers, they land right in the middle. Their recent tweaks helped a bit. Softer buns, meltier cheese, a little more sauce. Slightly better balance, but let's be honest. The patties are thin, the flavor is basic, and the whole system is engineered to be just good enough every single time. And to be fair, consistency is the real MVP here. You know exactly what you're getting, whether you're in New York or Nebraska. That reliability is powerful. But if you're chasing a truly satisfying burger moment, McDonald's is the safe choice, not the great one. Still, when the craving hits, those arches are hard to resist. So while it's not near the top, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Number 9, Sonic Drive-In. Sonic brings the retro drive-in experience with car hop energy, roller skating servers, and a menu that's more chaotic than a teenage group chat. The drink options alone look like a science fair. But the burgers? Surprisingly solid. The Supersonic Cheeseburger can hold its own. The patties are thick enough, the toppings are usually generous, and when it's made right, it hits the spot in a very satisfying, "This is exactly what I wanted" way. Sonic also gets points for variety. Where else can you grab a double cheeseburger, a cherry limeade, and chili cheese tots in one order, and feel like you just won a small lottery? The catch is consistency. One location serves you a fresh, hot burger that tastes as if it came straight off the grill. The next gives you something that feels like it got introduced to heat through a distant memory. That unpredictability keeps Sonic from cracking the top tier, but when it's good, it's better than you'd expect. Number 8, Wendy's. Wendy's has always pitched itself as the smarter, sassier choice. Fresh, never frozen beef, square patties, snappy social media comebacks. But in 2025, that promise feels like it's wearing a little thin, like a junior bacon cheeseburger at 2 a.m. when you're hungry and slightly disappointed in yourself. Yes, the burgers are thicker than what you'll get at McDonald's or Burger King. And yes, when Wendy's is locked in, that Baconator hits like a truck full of flavor. Salty, smoky, greasy in the best way, and honestly hard to beat in a fast food lane. But that's the catch. When they're locked in, inconsistent quality is Wendy's Achilles heel. One day you get a juicy, perfectly stacked burger that looks like the poster. The next day you get a sad, soggy mess that looks like someone sat on it during a lunch rush and then apologized by adding extra mayo. Online, people complain about cold buns, missing toppings, and fries that somehow manage to be both burnt and soggy at the same time. And speaking of fries, Wendy's has changed their fry recipe more times than a reality show changes villains. And still, half the time you're better off dunking them in a Frosty just to give them a purpose. That said, when things go right, Wendy's still delivers a better than average fast food burger. The toppings feel fresher, the beef has more flavor, and they're not afraid to get a little wild with limited time stuff. But with rising prices and hit or miss execution, Wendy's sits right in the middle of the pack. Number 7, Culver's. Now we're getting into the thick of it, literally. Culver's Butterburgers are the definition of indulgent. These are hefty, juicy, grilled-to-order patties tucked into toasted, buttery buns that practically melt in your hands, and it's the kind of burger that feels like it was made by someone who actually cares. Culver's is a Midwest gem that's slowly winning over the rest of the country, one delicious patty at a time. And it's not just the beef. The customer service is often top tier. Clean stores, friendly staff, food that actually looks like the pictures. Shocking, right? The downside is availability. If you don't live near one, good luck. And yes, it's not the fastest on the list. Culver's makes you wait a little longer, but that's because they're actually cooking it fresh, not pulling it from a heat lamp. Another minor gripe is the price. Culver's isn't cheap, especially once you start adding cheese curds and frozen custard like you're building a full experience. But hey, if you're going to go all in, this is the place to do it. Culver's might not have the hype of Shake Shack or the legend status of In-N-Out, but for those who know, it's top tier with small town charm. Number 6, Smashburger. Smashburger came in hot a few years back with a promise. Better beef smashed on a scorching griddle, creating that crispy edge everyone dreams about. And let's be clear, when Smashburger is good, they absolutely nail it. That crust is everything. It's the difference between, yeah, it's fine, and, okay, hold on, that's actually fire. The toppings are legit too. Real veggies, flavorful sauces, and enough bun options to make you feel fancy without needing a waiter. Want a truffle mushroom Swiss on a pretzel bun? Done. Smashburger makes you feel like you upgraded your burger life. But here's the rub. Not all locations are created equal. Some Smashburgers are dialed in like a pro athlete in playoff mode. Others feel like they're phoning it in, like it's the end of a double shift. The fries can be forgettable, And the portion sizes don't always match the price tag, which stings when you're paying. Premium money. Still, when it's on, Smashburger brings that crispy edge, made to order energy that most fast food places simply can't touch. It's not the cheapest and it's not everywhere, but it belongs in the conversation for best on the go burger experiences. Number 5, Shake Shack. Shake Shack is the burger chain that made America realize you could eat fast food without it tasting like regret. Born in NYC and now nationwide, Shake Shack serves burgers with serious gourmet vibes. The Shack Burger is the star. Juicy Angus beef, perfectly seared, melty cheese, fresh toppings, all inside a soft, pillowy potato bun. And the Shack sauce is the secret weapon. Zesty, tangy, and just indulgent enough to make you reach for another bite immediately. The fries are golden crinkle-cut classics, and their shakes are the real deal. Thick, creamy, and actually taste like ice cream, not some runny mystery blend. Some locations even have craft beer, which makes the whole experience feel like a casual bistro that just happens to move fast. The drawback is price. Obviously, a full meal here can rival a sit-down restaurant, and the burgers, while delicious, aren't massive. You're paying for quality over quantity, and for some people, that trade-off feels painful. Still, Shake Shack delivers on flavor and consistency. It elevated the burger game and forced everyone else to step up. And for that alone, it earns its spot near the top. And if you're enjoying this ranking so far, do me a quick favor and subscribe to Frugal Finds for You, because we've got more rankings coming that will save you money and disappointment. Number 4, Five Guys. Five Guys is the heavyweight champ of the build-your-own burger world. You walk in, customize your burger with a ridiculous amount of toppings for free, and prepare yourself for a greasy, glorious mess. Their patties are cooked on a flat top until they get that caramelized crust that screams flavor. And the taste is pure beefy goodness. Five Guys isn't trying to be fancy. It's not trying to be cute. It's just really, really good at doing one thing: making a burger that feels like a serious meal. And let's not forget the fries. Hand cut daily, fried in peanut oil, crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. And the best part? They dump extra fries in the bag like they're daring you to survive the experience. The downside is price. Again, you're easily looking at $15 to $20 for a burger, fries, and a drink. And while it tastes amazing, it's also a gut bomb. You don't eat Five Guys before going to the gym, moving furniture, or trying to be productive, but for a once-in-a-while indulgence, it's elite. Five Guys doesn't mess around. It's messy, it's massive, and it's one of the few places where you genuinely feel like you got what you paid for. Number 3, Whataburger. Everything's bigger in Texas, and Whataburger proves it one mustard-dripping masterpiece. At a time, this isn't fast food that was slapped together in a rush. It's bold, it's beefy, and it's made the way you want it. Extra jalapenos? No problem. Triple patty with bacon and avocado? Say less. Whataburger has built a near-cult following in the South, and once you take a bite, you understand why. The patty melt is legendary. Texas toast, melty cheese, that creamy pepper sauce, and a flavor combo that feels like it was designed in a lab for maximum cravings. And their spicy ketchup? People hoard that stuff like it's liquid gold. It's basically currency. The biggest advantage is customization and freshness. You order it your way, and it's typically made fresh to order. Hot buns, juicy patties, toppings that don't look like they've been sitting in a fridge since Tuesday. The portions are generous, the staff is usually friendly, and the whole vibe screams Southern hospitality. Downsides, sure. If you're not in the South, good luck finding one. And sometimes the wait is longer than typical fast food, but that's the trade-off when your burger isn't coming from under a heat lamp. Whataburger might not have the national reach of the giants, but when it comes to taste, freshness, and customization, it's top tier. If you like your burgers big, bold, and dripping with flavor, this one's hard to beat. Number 2, In-N-Out Burger. If Whataburger is a Southern symphony of excess, In-N-Out is West Coast minimalism done right. Limited menu, no gimmicks, just really, really good burgers. The Double-Double is the stuff of fast food legend. 2 patties, 2 slices of cheese, lettuce, tomato, grilled onions if you're smart, all wrapped in a toasted bun with that signature spread. It's not trying to be fancy. It just nails the basics with surgical precision. And then there's the secret menu where the magic really happens, animal style. Mustard grilled patties, extra spread, grilled onions. It's messy. It's glorious. It's exactly why people are willing to sit in a line that looks like a theme park ride. What makes In-N-Out special is consistency. Whether you're in San Diego or Salt Lake City, you know what you're getting. A fresh, made-to-order burger that tastes like it was built with care. The ingredients feel fresh. The service is lightning fast, and the price is still shockingly reasonable in a world where everything costs more. Sure, the fries are controversial. Some people love them. Others say they taste like cardboard with salt. Pro tip: order them well done, and suddenly they make sense. But the burger is the real star. In-N-Out proves you don't need 50 toppings or a $20 price tag to win the burger game. You just need quality, care, and a little West Coast swagger. Number 1. The Habit Burger Grill. Surprised? You shouldn't be. The Habit is the quiet killer of the burger world. Less hype than In-N-Out, but flavor that'll make you do a double take. Founded in California, The Habit serves up char-grilled perfection. Their burgers are flame-seared, juicy, and have that backyard BBQ vibe that other chains can only dream of copying. The char burger is simple, yes, but that smoky flavor, crisp lettuce, fresh tomato, and tangy sauce come together like a burger symphony. Want to switch it up? Try the Santa Barbara char with avocado and cheese on sourdough. It's messy, rich, and dangerously addictive. The Habit also scores points for fresh-cut veggies, quality ingredients, and a menu that feels closer to handcrafted than factory-produced. And unlike In-N-Out, The Habit isn't afraid of variety. Sweet potato fries? Yes. Tempura green beans as a side? Why not? Shakes that actually taste like real ice cream? Absolutely. The only knock is that it's not everywhere yet, but it's growing, and once you've had it, you'll wish it was next door. The Habit wins not because it's flashy, but because it consistently delivers a burger that's craveable, smoky, and packed with flavor every single time. It's the perfect balance of char, crunch, and comfort. In 2025, it wears the burger crown, so there you have it. From flame-broiled flops to greasy greatness, those are the 13 burger chains ranked from the most regrettable to the downright legendary. Some chains lost their way in the drive-through fog of frozen patties and soggy buns. Others rose above with fresh ingredients, loyal fan bases, and flavor that actually justifies the hype. But now you know exactly where to stop and where to speed right past. If this list saved you from a sad sandwich or gave you a new spot to try this weekend, do me a solid. Hit that like button, subscribe to Frugal Finds For You, and ring the bell so you never miss another brutally honest ranking. This is Frugal Finds For You. We taste the truth so your wallet doesn't have to. See you in the next one.